Berlinale Film Festival also looked at how cinema treats food and the environment in the culinary cinema program. Last Call at the Oasis is a documentary about the coming global water crisis this century, directed by the Oscar-winning Jessica Yu. American environmental activist Erin Brockovich was part of the film project and came to Berlin to present the movie. She became associated with the issue of polluted water after Julia Roberts won the Oscar playing her in the 2000 film. 10 years later, this 51-year-old is still fighting for environmental issues.
I do believe people realize without water we're doomed, so they don't want to think about it. And then they just take it for granted. But we've got some water issues coming up. Water will be a commodity someday, and we're going to trade it like oil, and it shouldn't be that way. And the time has come where we're going to start thinking about water and the importance of water. Even though we already know it, we don't know it. And I'm hoping that this film will enlighten everybody.
You have a problem.
The film explains the vital role water plays in our lives, exposes the defects in the current system, shows communities already struggling with its ill effects, and introduces us to individuals who are championing revolutionary solutions.
To think it's not drought, it's really part of climate change.
We can't take it for granted that a chemical can pass through silt or sand and on the other end come out pristine.
Finnish documentary Canned Dreams goes in search of the stories that make up the contents of tinned food. The movie tells the story of a ravioli can. Behind the product is an uncountable number of workers and their stories from multiple cultures. Each worker tells their own story about their everyday life, turning points in their past and moments that have stopped and touched them. The stories are full of joy and sadness. The film shows the production chain from beginning to end and follows the route of the product through Europe.
It's a pretty crazy world, this food globalization, food production, and all this. So I didn't have any question. I wanted to have discussion, and I wanted to people to start to think what we really need. And when we are in a supermarket and we have a lot of things, do we need all that? And should we appreciate food more?
It is estimated some 200 billion cans of tinned food are produced around the world annually. Just the US brand Heinz uses over 2 million tons of tomatoes every year. The film is hard-hitting and leaves little doubt as to the burden on the environment and the human and animal cost of cheap food.